My name is Sophie-Jossi Silverstein, and I hold a bachelor's degree in liberal arts from the University of Maastricht and a master's in gender studies from Utrecht University. Because my education was always very interdisciplinary, I'm very happy that I can continue this in my current project. I work in the Collaborative Research Center Structural Change of Property, which is a collaboration with the Friedrich Schiller University in Jena and the University of Erfurt. Our specific sub-project works on advancements in reproductive technologies and how they intersect with economic questions. So what you can think of here is something like egg donation or sperm donation, or IVF, where an embryo is created outside of the body. And as these practices become more established, so does their exchange for money. New questions are opened up. What can be an object of property? When are you compensating for a donation? When are you selling or purchasing a commodity? What does it even mean for our relationships towards our own bodies and whether or not we own them if you can transfer these reproductive capacities? Because it's an interdisciplinary project, my colleagues in sociology are doing empirical work in egg donation clinics in Spain. Because egg donation is illegal in Germany, that is a country that a lot of German clients travel to receive that service. At the Freie Universität, we're looking at the philosophical questions that accompany this. I'm particularly interested in how new questions of bodily autonomy are opened up. And to look at this, I'm looking at the bioethical debate on reproductive technologies, as well as a debate in philosophy around the concept of self-ownership. Self-ownership is a particular way in which freedom and self-determination is defined specifically, historically, in liberal political theory. And it can mean a lot of things, but to make it concrete, you can think of a slogan that has become popular in feminism, which is my body, my choice. My ability to decide to keep others out from my own body derives from the fact that it is in some way mine. And historically, there are some issues with this. The idea of sort of an ownership model of freedom historically often also justified the ownership of people in enslavement. And it has also been argued that, for example, white women in marriage had their reproductive capacity owned by their husbands. So we see also here that patriarchy and racism intersect in different ways. What this means for reproductive technologies is that it might not be enough to simply defend my right to, say, sell my egg cells by saying, well, they are mine, literally inside my body and mine, so I can do with them also economically whatever I want. Property in the body is usually normatively ruled out and in most countries illegal. But what I wonder is whether the terms we use to make these distinctions, to say we cannot be property, have a sort of hangover from these earlier concepts of freedom and self-disposal. And my key sort of concern or interest here is understanding whether, specifically for reproduction, the notions of autonomy that we have were never really designed to protect people who can get pregnant, but only those who had to appropriate that or control that ability in others. The question at the end then is, do we need a different conception of freedom or bodily autonomy to understand what's happening in the current reproductive landscape that exists against or beyond ownership?